Hey Virgos, this is Paragia Tarot. I am here to do your reading for today. Actually, what I'm going to be asking is what is coming up for you in this upcoming week? So today until through the weekend. So universe, what is coming up for my Virgos in love in the next week? What is coming up for my Virgos? And what is the person on their mind? Interesting. With the Knight of Swords in the reverse, you could be getting into an altercation with someone. There could be someone who who comes towards you defensively, aggressively. And with the Two of Swords as well, what I'm sensing is that this is somebody who's just mainly, it's almost like defensiveness and denial about, so this could be someone approaching you and maybe you're not so happy with them. And so they get into a really defensive mode. Could definitely be fighting with someone. Oh, Justice in the reverse. So this, you could be dealing with a Libra. This could be somebody who feels as if the scales are imbalanced between the two of you. Because of this, they could be, whether or not they are in the right, what I'm sensing is somebody who's, coming in aggressively, not because they necessarily are in the right, but maybe just as a defensive tactic or to deflect blame. What is coming up for my Virgos? But with the Six of Swords here, there is a hope to make amends and to work things out and take this connection between the two of you into a place of amenable conclusion. So yeah, it feels like a defensive energy of somebody who's like defending themselves aggressively, but probably just because if you are angry with them, yeah, that they, don't want you to be, because they're very passionate about the situation. So with the Wheel of Fortune, there could be something fated, something very lucky, or a shift in fate coming that is positive. Yeah, what I'm sensing is divine timing, that there's something coming to fruition in your life this week. With this, with the Seven of Swords, this could be saying that there could potentially be a situation where it might be apropos, it might be intelligent to kind of keep it on the down low to avoid conflict. This could potentially be in your love life or some other facet of your life. Or this could be someone who is wanting to come in to see you as a surprise, maybe. That they are approaching you without giving you notice, essentially. The Hierophant in the reverse, you could be dealing with a Taurus. So this is an energy perhaps of somebody who, yeah, it could be an unconventional approach towards you, or it could be them coming in to tell you that they have ended a relationship. Or it could be that they are in a situation where maybe they have another person, but there's sort of like weird boundaries that are not typical, that are atypical. I don't really think it's that, but it could be that for a few people. Yeah, with the Ten of Swords in the reverse, this is somebody who either they're hoping to revert maybe an ending that happened between the two of you, or you might want to be careful to make sure that they are not still involved with someone else. With the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. Oh my goodness, and the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. So this could be somebody who messed up in the past and they know this. And so with the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, with the Four of Pentacles in the reverse, this is somebody who I'm seeing giving you something, offering you something as a means of making things right between the two of you. Seeing a lot of pentacles here. And we have the two of the main cards that deal with long-term commitment. So this could be somebody coming out of a commitment and then approaching you. and maybe defending their position in relationship to the fact that they were in this commitment with someone else. So with the Four of Pentacles in the reverse to the Two of Wands, this feels like somebody who maybe in the past was being way too precious with the decision that they were making. And I feel like this is an altered approach and an altered attitude in this situation, that they're no longer acting like, oh, and the Strength card just popped out, so you could be dealing with a Leo. Yeah, it's like this is somebody who's just decided to like let go and be a bit more loose and not be so precious with the whole situation, to not treat it with such kid gloves. And sometimes that's just the ticket, you know. But this is an energy of somebody who they're just deciding to let loose, to not hold back, and to just take the, you know, I feel like they're approaching aggressively, you know, in this situation. They're not having the same attitude, yeah, because it feels like here in the past they were just taking it way, way, way too seriously, and this was making them feel like they had to be perfect to approach you. Could be dealing with a Sagittarius. But really, I think what it was about was that they were afraid about the Three of Swords. It was really about self-protection, but they were making it out that it was about being perfect. You know, they were just kind of coming up with all these excuses to not approach you. But in the end, it was really just about fear. But this is someone who wants to come in and make things right. There you are, yeah. This is them basically knowing that this is a situation. I would say that this is a past person, someone who you had a breakup with. And they know that that they betrayed you, that the situation, there was a betrayal. They've been spending time to think about where they're coming from and considering, you know, everything. But I think that this is them. I'm sensing that this is an energy where this person was trying to avoid guilt or regret by not looking directly into the eye of the reality of the situation. They were kind of deluding themselves and trying to make out that they were the ones who had been treated unfairly. And I think this feels like they're releasing that delusion, because they're realizing that they're not going to get anywhere. That if they hold on to that delusion and onto their pride, that they're going to lose you. And so, you know, that's not worth more than being with you. And so, because I think this person is looking at the situation and getting a reality check and realizing that, you know, the fruits of what they've produced by the way that they've treated you, that's not what they want. So they are, yeah, they're seeing that honestly, and they're letting it go. And it just feels like, you know, they're dropping a lot of the BS that they've been walking in. So, universe, how does what is coming up for my Virgo in this next week in love? What is coming up from my Virgo in love in this next week? Interesting. Oh my goodness. That's good. What is... Oh, you could be dealing with somebody who maybe ghosted you. Someone who has been feeling heartbroken over this situation and losing hope. Universe, what can you tell me about what's coming up for the next week? Yeah, so there's been an element of confusion here, uncertainty, on the lack of closure is what I'm sensing with this person. But you do have the Wheel of Fortune here. So I feel like this is saying that something is shifting, and it's positive because it's in the upright. So something is shifting in the positive this week, to signal that there's going to be a shift in these circumstances that have left you feeling confused. So intuition and family. So there could be an element here of somebody who is dealing with potential parenthood, pregnancy. And also, I feel like there's a confusion and a state of being conflicted between someone's inner knowing and what they feel they might be committed to. Oops. Ooh, definitely twin flame like flew out here. So dealing with a twin flame, with somebody who is mirroring, where there's shared feelings. You're mirroring your feelings back to each other, where there's reflection. And I feel like what this is saying is that this person, they see this in you. They don't see this in this potential other party, if there is a third party. And this is why they know very much that they need to be with you, and that there's potentially that they are coming to you. They could be coming to you clandestinely, is what I'm sensing. They could be coming to you in secret to either let you know of the intention to end something with somebody, but that maybe they haven't put in the work yet, here with the 8 of Pentacles in the reverse and the 10 of Swords in the reverse. But yeah, this person has been reminiscing, dwelling on memories of you, and just nothing compares to the way that you make them feel, and they don't want it to end. Universe, can you tell me what is coming up in this next week for my Virgo in love? Something shocking. Wow. Something shocking is coming in this week, something unexpected. And that definitely fits with like there's a full moon coming up this week. An apology. Oh gosh. An apology, someone asking forgiveness or return. That's wow. So I feel like this is someone coming in shockingly to apologize. Wow. And with exhaustion in the reverse, I feel like this is saying it would be good for you to make sure to not overwork yourself. You could be, potentially overworking yourself. And this is saying it'll be better for you. You'll be able to discern and think and behave in a way that will just be better for you if you make sure that you, oh my goodness, speaking of which, get plenty of rest. Universe, what can you tell me about what's coming up for my Virgo this week? Open up your heart. It will help you attract more love. So I feel like this is saying you could potentially feel, obviously, if this is a person that you want to be with, you could feel like you want to close off your heart to this person and remain guarded. And I feel like this could be saying, if this is somebody that you do want to give another chance to, that work on opening up your heart and finding a way to trust again. Universe, what can you tell me about this upcoming week for my Virgo? What is coming up for them? Sexuality. So I usually just take this card as, because not everybody is, in a place where they're questioning their sexuality, but I sense that this is just, sexual urge. Like this is, you basically being put in a situation where you're going to be tempted to kind of jump in the sack with somebody, and let go, make room for the new beginning that is on its way to you. So I also feel like this could be saying, if this is a person that you do want to re-engage with, and that sometimes just kind of letting go and letting yourself enjoy something and not overthinking it can sometimes be the ticket. All right, let's get a card for Universe. What can you tell me about the person that appears to be approaching Virgo this week? I can't handle your love. Wow. I feel like this is somebody who's just overwhelmed by the way that you make them feel. And this is possibly part of why they stand back is because it's so overwhelming what they feel. Oh my goodness, that it makes them feel like they're losing control. And maybe this third party, that if there is a third party that they've been dealing with, it's like this other person doesn't make them feel that way, so it just feels safer and like they can feel like they're in control. Whereas with you, they feel so much that it makes them lose control. So you were right. I feel like this is somebody just coming down off of their high horse and coming down out of their pride and realizing my pride is the thing standing in the way. And, we're never going to get anywhere if I stay in this place of pride. So let me put this out for you guys. All right, let's get one of these ones. Okay, universe, what can you tell me about this upcoming week in love for my Virgos? What is coming up this week for my Virgos in love? Oh, nothing is yet set in stone. So, you know, I feel like this is saying you need to remember that even though you are very close to achieving your goal and that things can come into fruition, that it's still based in the choices that you make. We have free will. And so we do have a certain, you know, it's kind of like we all have a spectrum of fate. And within that spectrum, you know, we can have either way up here or way down here, but it's all, so it's not that, you know, just one solid, you know, what static thing that we can have, and it's based in our choices. So I feel like this is saying, you know, be very conscious of, you know, stay mindful, stay in a place where you are not overexhausting yourself, you're not overworking, where you're getting enough rest, where you can hear the voice of your heart, where you can connect to your heart, and where you can hear spirit, and then that will give you the ability to make good choices. But yeah, you are very close to achieving your goal. Universe, is there anything else that you can tell me in this situation? Prosperity lies ahead. So I definitely think that financially you are doing really, that there are good things ahead for you with the Ten of Pentacles here. You know, Ten of Pentacles doesn't necessarily mean losing anything. It can mean a gift from someone coming in. All right, universe, is there anything else that can tell me you are good enough? Oh, sorry about the siren, guys. So I feel like this is saying, and there's a full moon this week. I feel like whatever you're going through this full moon, you know, there could be a fiery climax that's coming up. To just remember in the midst of whatever you could be dealing with, that you are good enough, that you are sufficient, that you are, that whatever, however somebody treats you or whatever is going on, to make sure that you take enough time this week to care for yourself, and to, so that you know deep inside of your being and inside of your body that you are good enough for the things that you need and for what it is required to make you feel good and loved. All right, so Virgo, I hope that this has helped you, and I will speak to you guys soon. Bye-bye.